To Yannon and Lithia Kess. I am the new head of the Tanyuin Academy. Come with the bearer of this letter, Firian Kess. That was all the message needed to say. Firian set down the pen, took a deep breath, and looked down at the curve of the letters. When Sias Gyron's invitation arrived in his parents' hands years ago, each lilt of the strong letters had spoken of promise, magic. Did the last head's message look so short? Firian sat back in his chair, running his thumb against the armrests. The Tanyuin head's office in the academy was small and stark, but powerful. The blank stone walls, grey like every other room in the academy, suited him. Scarcity, simplicity, cold, these all made Firian feel more alive. They called attention back to the hot blood coursing through his veins, his own strength, his own stamina, the superiority of the unreal. The unreal. Its colours put reality to shame, and the possibilities. He was a god in that imaginary space. And now he was in charge of its best warriors, those who could take out generals and tacticians through mind warfare, spread fear through dreams, communicate with the farthest reaches of the world in an instant. His eyes strayed over the page one more time. Stamped red at the top of the paper, the Tanyuin seal confirmed who he was. It left no room to doubt the position he now held. One of the greatest and most feared in the world. This note would prove his father wrong. Firian had amounted to something. Brett should come too. The realization flooded his mind like the forgotten answer to a question. His sister, at least, would be proud of him. Recent memories crowded in, and his stomach clenched uncomfortably. Will she be proud of me? The last head had steered the academy into darkness, into war and confusion, clinging to fearful traditions, using its warriors like they were property. He had deserved to die. Firian's heart thumped as the image of the man's face returned. The wide eyes, the ashy skin, the struggling legs kicking for breath. The one word uttered in disbelief. Firian? The memory moved as he blinked, like the negative image of bright light, bright darkness. Firian flexed his clammy hands and stood. He leaned over just to add, "Bring Brett." Taking the letter to the door of the office, he fought the urge to look at it one more time. He couldn't help feeling that the little piece of paper didn't properly convey its own importance. A little note couldn't express how hard he had worked every day to earn his skills, or the sacrifices he'd made on behalf of the academy to get to this point. Well, maybe his family had already heard about when he took Kiria hostage. It was news across the continent. Only his promise to work with her instead of against her, now that they were both in power, had created a tenuous truce. Master Bellic sat just outside in the stone hallway. He must have dragged a chair from a nearby room so his leg wouldn't bother him. I need to appoint a new guard. Firian didn't want to think about what had happened to the last one. Bellic turned when he opened the door, his bull neck craning. Light from the hall torches reflected off his glasses, hiding his eyes. Wrote a letter, did you? Firian handed it to him. See that it gets to my family in Raywith. The master moved his head just enough that Firian could see Bellic's eyes rove around his face, evaluating where they both stood in this new relationship. Bellic wouldn't suffer himself to become an errand boy, but this was important to Firian. The master hummed deep in his throat, almost a growl. Then one side of his mouth lifted. Telling them the good news? Yes.